Hello and welcome. I am so excited to do a few readings here in October for Sagittarius, for all signs really, but we're going to start with Sagittarius. Welcome. If you are a Sagittarius sun, moon, rising, if you just feel curious about the Sagittarius reading, if you know someone who is a Sagittarius, it's just a way to delineate groups of folks. It doesn't have much more meaning than that. So if this reading resonates with you, feel free to take it and use it. I'm going to get a few oracle cards out here and then go ahead and do a Celtic cross for you guys to see what's coming up for you and do a little reading. As always, these are meant to be supportive. These are meant to be ways that we can tap into and ask questions of the universe, of divine intelligence, and kind of get like a roadmap of what's coming up. So I find them especially helpful and supportive, especially if there's tough information in it. It can be very validating for me, validating for others, but take what you'd like, leave what you don't. And I hope you enjoy. Okay, Sag, what do you guys got going on? The initiation. Okay, rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Well, if things feel rough or hard these days without purpose, if you're feeling drained of energy, if you kind of don't know where you're going, lost in the dark, know that there is hope. This is really giving me star vibes in the tarot, which is absolutely my favorite card, which is like, even if you are in the darkest of times, know that there's always light. There's always a vision pulling you forward. There's always the end of the darkness. There's always something, a larger vision, a larger purpose that is right here for you. And I love this crystalline energy here right before you break through. It's like this call from the crystals, call from sort of like that angelic realm aligned here on earth that says, don't worry, we're calling you forward. Follow the glimpses, follow your intuition, follow these little feelings and miracles of intuition here. I'm going to read from the book, The Initiation, 68 here. I raided my brother's tarot deck collection while he is in another country for the full month of October. So we've got all kinds of like really fun new decks that I don't know yet. This says, some of the most sacred initiation chambers and temples look scary from the outside, but are breathtakingly beautiful on the inside. This represents the journey that the soul pilgrim is required to take to reach somewhere sacred, but only the initiated can enter. Perhaps that's where you are right now, Sagittarius. You are being tested, initiated because you are headed somewhere sacred. Initiations require that we cross the threshold from one world or state of being to the next. We are called to face what scares us and have to be willing to lose it all in order to gain a new way of being, of safety, of security, of depth, of meaning. Initiations, like rites of passage, mark the shift from one age to the next and can take place because of emotional turmoil, great loss, grief, or devastation. But it is through the seeming hardship that our heart cracks open and our spirit is invested to step forward. We take the sacred voyage into more of who we are and who we came here to be. It can be painful and scary, but once we begin the journey, we can be more ourselves than ever before. If you are in the middle of an initiation right now, you will get through it one day soon. You will bless the thing that broke you down and cracked you open because the world needs you to open. You are going somewhere sacred. It will be worth it, and you are closer than you think. Well, Sagittarius, if that isn't an encouraging message to just keep going, I don't know what is. Very curious to see what the rest of your reading is about. Okay, mushrooms here. This is a really cool mushroom deck. We'll get a couple others and see what sort of energy is coming through for you guys. Your mushroom for the month is coral, complexity, aspiration, and structure. Wow, okay, and I love how this mushroom is coming through with like a whole Renaissance painting here. This is giving me just like live your best life, and in a way, and contradictions that like possibly you don't understand or other people don't understand. Be as complex, as intricate, as excited as you are potentially fearful or going through a tough time. Maybe this is you this month really feeling like you want to celebrate while also going through an initiation of some sorts, a very like dark period in your life without seemingly anything to celebrate. Maybe this is you like going to the Ren Fair this month when you've never considered what that looks like before, or dressing up as something that you haven't been before, or just gathering to celebrate and being as ostentatious and as just over the top as you possibly can be. What this is also giving me is like like sometimes there are times in our life where we are really stripped of everything that we've known, or we go through a really tough time. And hopefully this isn't what you are going through, Sagittarius, but if you are, maybe this resonates. And you kind of have that like fuck it vibe where you're like, okay, great. Well, I've got nothing else to lose, so I might as well go out and have a fabulous time. And that doesn't mean from a self-destructive perspective. It really means that anything you felt like was holding you back before, right? Like, oh my gosh, I was going to wear this most beautiful fancy dress that I have, but what will people say? Or these shoes that I love, or maybe I do want to go to the Ren Fair, but people might look at me weird. Whatever it is that maybe you've held yourself back from before, those little things start to not matter in the face of really big things. And so maybe this month you really break through to some freedom here from some of the restrictions that have been holding you back before. Last one here, in terms of the Oracle cards, Sagittarius, feel in order to know. Wow, that is a very potent image. Sugilite. This is a crystal deck, which is fascinating that we are looking at like internal organs here. What this is giving me is how potent our gut is in terms of like our very deep intuition knowing. It actually has shocked me recently to learn that like 80% of our serotonin, don't quote me on this, I'm not a doctor, etc., but a whole bunch of our serotonin is actually made in the gut and the gut biome. And so that is really where we actually very deeply, deeply know. This is really relating to how our gut talks to our brain, talks to our entire nervous system. So what are you really feeling? And is there some place this month that you need to adjust in order to be able to feel more? Is that more meditation? Is that a better diet? Is that a fast? Is that eating more? Let's go ahead and touch base with what this says here, this book, just so I can give you all of the good information here. And again, I don't know some of these cards so well. So let's see. If the universe had a superhero and that superhero had a cosmic decoder ring, it would be made from a polished sphere of aubergine banded sugilite, or maybe just from the tiniest sliver of this potent and vibrant mineral. Sugilite taps directly into your nervous system, boosting your innate ability to feel the life forces at work in the world around you, while simultaneously helping you recalibrate the worlds within you. Quiet that noisy brain, Sugilite advises. Your body is an instrument of knowing. When you pay attention to it, you'll come back into balance. Mind, body, emotions, and spirit. What makes your breathing smooth out? What makes your arms get goosebumps? Feel in order to know. So again, it's kind of like trust the process. I'm so curious to see what your reading brings up here. We'll kind of relate all of these to it. But there's a really big message so far, Sag, and like letting go of the mind knowing and really giving into the body knowing, the innate wisdom, and even the process you're in. You might really be aware that you are already going through like a initiation of some sort, clearly like some sort of hard time. Maybe you're like at the end of a graduation. Maybe you just made a really big change in life. Maybe you started a new relationship and it's tough, or maybe you're in the middle of ending one, or maybe you just don't know what's going on, but you're not feeling very good. Ooh, I just turned that over. Okay, let's do this. Regardless, this is really telling you to be in your heart space versus your head space around it, and that it's all going to come together. And I'm sorry if this is wonky. I've got the camera kind of tilted so you can see all of the cards, and that's the best I can do right now. So if you don't like it, go somewhere else. Okay, I hope you don't go somewhere else, but okay, well, here you go. 10 of Cups, girl. So we've got 10 of Cups right here at the center. And because it's flipped upside down, this is really showing me that this month, in this reading, this perspective, you're so focused on your ultimate happiness, like the family, the legacy of happiness, just cups overflowing, all of your joys coming together. And intricate layers of happiness, right? The 10 is like our wishes coming true in all kinds of different like family ways, relationship ways, overlapping ways that blend together to create this like real huge overflow. No, when it's in reverse, we're just not quite feeling it. Maybe it's your focus, but you're not quite there yet. Maybe you know this is what you want in life and like really right now in life. Maybe it's the family. Maybe you're trying for a baby. Maybe you are in a relationship that's having some trouble, but you're focused on this ultimate 10 of Cups. And it's here on the board. There's a lot of joy, happiness, excitement coming your way. P.S. This is the animal. What is this called? I want to give a shout out to the deck because it's just so exceptionally beautiful. It's called the Animal Tarot, Orion's It's just so beautiful. This is only like my second or third time kind of wishing through this, but let's see what's crossing this energy for you. The Four of Swords. Okay, so this month is going to be a really big back and forth or balance between you resting, relaxing, and taking action on your ultimate happiness. Do you need to take a nap here around, like, are you pushing too hard for something? Are you focused too much? Are you in your brain too much? Are you thinking too much? Look at that sloth pulling those swords right down. It's like, you know what? We're taking a break. The Four of Swords is about real rest, especially from a time of conflict or around too much. It's like rest from battle. And usually with the swords, that battle is in our mind, it's in our communication, it's in the way that we're talking to ourselves or other people, it's around communication coming in, going out. So the Four of Swords is really asking you here to balance, as it's crossing the Ten of Cups in reverse this month, your efforts at moving toward happiness, your efforts at cultivating and creating that first within yourself and then in the world around you. So it's going to be, you really want to feel into balancing your nervous system this month to really understand what you need in order to move forward towards your ultimate happiness, especially in relationship, whether that's personal at home or whether that's at work, whatever it is with your kids, whatever it is. There's a really big focus here on wanting that, and just it's not quite clicking yet. And so let's see what the rest of this month is bringing. So up above here is what you are focused on manifesting this month. Oh, Temperance. Okay, so Temperance usually shows up when there's like a storm that you need to be the eye of, right? Temperance is the eye of the storm. It's the very middle of the hurricane where you can be calm while you are just watching everything around you moving really quickly. Temperance usually shows up when you are acting as the eye of the storm, or when that is really the remedy that is needed. And so this card is in the position of what you're really focusing on this month or through October is like finding that calm. So you might not be feeling that way this month, or currently you might really be feeling like things are bleak, things are dark. I don't know. Where is this? Where is the joy? The answer here, and what you clearly know that you need to focus on, is finding your calm, calming the nervous system, finding what brings you joy and peace, and really centering so that you can be a resource for yourself, not only yourself, but your relationship or other people in your life these days. Let's just get a clarifier for this. I love, love, love using the Biddy Tarot deck as a clarifying deck. It is just one of the most magical decks, I think, while being the most simplest in form. It's very direct. I just love it so much. So if you are looking for a beginner deck, I highly recommend it. I think she has these in like different sizes, and I love this one because it's so accessible. So I almost always use it as a little clarifier here. All right, so clarifying the Temperance up here. Yeah, it's not time for you to be, you might have to give up some responsibilities to really make this happen this month, Sagittarius. So if you are feeling overly burdened with responsibility, if you're feeling like you have to take care of other people, it's time to put that aside, right? It's also time to put aside or to ask anyone in your life who is requiring that of you to like calm down and maybe take some space away from them. It's time for you to really find your own inner sanctuary so you can be a resource to other people. And you can't do that if you are overly taxed with providing or making sure other people are fed or taken to school or they're, paid for or whatever it is. The King of Pentacles is a real provider. He's a sugar daddy. He's going to make sure everything's fine. He's got you covered. He's going to put you up in a hotel. He's going to like make sure that your expenses are taken care of, that life is good for you physically. And when he's upside down, we're dealing with either a character in life who is like not providing or being overly bearing. It's like out of balance, right? So something is not providing or asking you to provide too much, or you're just in a place where you might feel like it's just too much right now. And that is getting in the way of this Temperance card. So again, it's really coming back to this like rest and restore card, and also knowing like, are you resting too much? It's that balance of like taking that rest and also being in integrity around showing up for your responsibilities. What is this month being built on? This is around your subconscious. Judgment. Oh my gosh, I haven't seen this Judgment card before, but that is absolutely gorgeous. Judgment is about full circle, new beginnings, and it's new beginnings based on the effort and the will that we have put into what's come before. Wow, is this like larva here? Just so curious. So there's this whole other, there's like God, her beautiful self, holding up this being who is not quite alive yet, or who is coming alive, or who is dead. And that's fitting with the Judgment card. It is usually a card about calling back to life those who are dead, literally right out of their coffins. So Judgment is the 20th of the 21st of the 21 major arcana cards. So we're almost at the end of this cycle here. It's about new beginnings. It's about standing up and starting things and coming back to life around places where you felt defeated, or you thought that something wasn't alive anymore. Perhaps this is a relationship. Perhaps this is your own vitality or creativity or call to life, right? Like your connection to your soul. This is in the very foundation of what you are doing. So Temperance, there's a lot going on here this month towards the 10 of Cups. And what I'm seeing is like already, even if it's not conscious, what's going on here. The Judgment card in the foundation here really tells me that all of this is being built on a very deep desire to resurrect something that's exceptionally important to you, Sagittarius, whether that's bringing back a spark of life you've lost, whether that's bringing back a relationship you've lost, whether it's bringing back, and I don't mean lost like maybe you broke up and you should get back together with your ex. This is not that kind of reading. This is like what needs to be resurrected. And clearly it is first and foremost yourself, like your inner knowing and your inner balance. So start there. But very deeply, your subconscious is like, I need something back. We got to get through this. We are ready to be renewed. We are ready to move on in like the next iteration of what we have already built. It's like coming full circle. That's exactly what it is. It is coming full circle. What happened in the recent past here? And are you loving these cards as much as I am? Because I am so in love with them. I just love the light and dark. I love the crystalline and like night sky. What happened here in the recent past, Sag, that's like switching you forward? And by switching you forward, I mean catapulting. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So some kind of start that didn't start here, some kind of wish for a new start here in the recent past that isn't going your way. So maybe you like applied for a job. Ace of Pentacles can usually be like a new start financially, a new job. It can also be like a new relationship. It could be a new iteration of a relationship. Something here in the past, like there's a new start that isn't kind of going somewhere. Is this unrequited love? Is this not getting the job that you wanted? Is this trying to move but not being able to? There's some kind of a new start that feels sort of thwarted here in the recent past. Look at that gorgeous like bird of paradise and the frog. And it's so fascinating that there's like this frog on the Ace of Pentacles, because the frog is amphibious. So it's very interesting. That's like which is interesting to represent a pentacle, which is a very grounded, materialistic, in the best way, finite card here. And that's really telling me this Ace of Pentacles is like this gift from the universe. It's like still in between worlds. It's like this opportunity that's here and it's not yet formed, but it's like this really big portal for you. And something in the past happened. Maybe it was tangible. Maybe you had it and lost it. Maybe you really wanted something here. Let's go ahead and clarify it. We look to the past to see how it's driving the timeline, how it's driving your future, like what is motivating you to make these decisions, and where you are here. Oh, honey, the 10 of Swords. So yeah, you lost something. You felt overwhelmed. Maybe this is you having made a really big effort at a new start in something and it is not going well. And that can either be telling you that it's just time to rest or that it's time for a new direction. We'll kind of move forward here and see what's coming up for you. And again, I always look to these like bigger clarifier cards, like lean into your body for what feels good, help yourself feel as good as you can, and know that clearly you're going through some initiation here, Sagittarius. But in the recent past, oh my gosh, 10 of Swords is just that absolute overwhelm. It's also the ending of something, right? So it's just our brain like giving up. The 10 of Swords is a indication that you have thought too much about it. You've had other people think too much about it. You've had other people maybe say poor things to you about it. Maybe there's been so much fighting. It's a card where you need to give up. Give up thinking about it. Give up arguing about it. Give up thinking your way through. It's not going to help you anymore. You're done. That's what your thoughts have done to you. That's what the fears have done to you, is hold you down, pin you down. So this is great to see that this is in the past, Sag, because it hopefully only means that we're getting better here in the future. Where is this bringing you? Okay, what did I say? Where is it bringing you in the future? Only completely new outlooks, new realms of thought, inspiration. Ace of Swords is about just seeing things in a totally new, amazing way. And I love to see this ace after that 10 of Swords. It's like the cycle begins again. Once you end something and something really completes, there's this opportunity to like have a whole new beginning, right? So coming into the future is a lot of clarity for you. If you are unsure about where you've been going, if you are unsure of how you're going to get through, this is such a beautiful, encouraging card here, especially because this reading is really telling you to put your mind aside. Like, don't think your way through this one, Sagittarius. It's really a place for you to be in your body, calming yourself, being calm, staying in the eye of the storm, and like really taking a really big rest. And by doing that, you allow inspiration to come to you. Sorry, I'm not even looking at the camera. Okay, great. You allow inspiration, new fuel, new light, new messages, new understandings, new ways through. Like, all of the answers are coming for you, Sagittarius. So give yourself that time to just put it all on the back burner, really refuel yourself inside, and know that like the universe has got you. You're going to find your way through. It's all going to become clear. And in a really calm, peaceful way. Look at that sword driving right through the swan. But the sword is down, right? Let's just get a clarifier for this just because we can. Ace of Swords here in the future. Yeah, really beautiful. 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So any way that you've been feeling down and out on your luck, or like you haven't been supported, or even financially, right? Five of Pentacles is, oh, wow. Didn't realize there were 2 of those, is a lack there. 5 of Pentacles is really like, I feel lack, I feel left out, I'm not feeling supported, I'm not feeling like I have all of the resources I need. And oftentimes we can be in blame of other people when that happens, or like panicked. So you're coming into the future is really the next stepping stone for you is going to be a lot of clarity, and it's going to really help you shed any feeling of that, feeling of lack. Okay, how are you feeling about all of this, Sagittarius? Big feels, since we needed 2 here. Okay, the 3 of Wands in reverse and the 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, I actually really love this for you. Let's turn these around. So the 3 of Wands in reverse is about new opportunities. It's about stepping through new portals. It's about feeling vital and excited. And there's this sense here when it's in reverse that that's just like not happening. You're like, I don't know where to go. I don't know what my next opportunity is. I'm not feeling creative enough or fired up enough or sexy enough to go out there and find someone new, or hot enough, or like, you know, coming up with the new ideas at work. And the 8 of Swords really has us like bound in our own thoughts about it. And so I love this combo, because what this telling me is that you are feeling about this process, Sagittarius, like, you know, you're not in the right place to make good decisions about it. You know that you're tired. You know that you're feeling defeated. And you also know that you're giving yourself really good time and space and practices to come out of feeling stuck. So the 8 of Swords in reverse always tells me, okay, there's been a real feeling that you've been stuck in your mind about something, unable to see your way forward, and you're coming out of that. You're really seeing maybe that that's been the case, or you're getting some help externally through a therapist or a good friend, or maybe a book you read. You're like, oh, I'm really screwing myself right now by like, you know, thinking all of these thoughts about myself and pinning myself to the ground with all of my fears and all of my worries, or all the conversations I've been having. So I love that as you reflect on this process, Sag, you're really actually understanding, you're having some good self-knowledge. That's what this is telling me. This is talking about people, places, things who are surrounding you this month. Are they holding you back? Are they helping you? And we have the 2 of Swords in reverse. This is fascinating. So this is about coming out of stalemate. 2 of Swords is always a card about like just not being able to find a way forward. Look at this gorgeous fish. I just can't. I just love the colors. I love the artwork. I just want to like eat these cards. They're like so just delicious to me. The 2 of Swords is about putting up your ideas, putting up your thoughts. Like, it's not a time to make movement forward. It's not a time to make decisions. We're calming the mind here, and we're going in to really be in our intuitive space. The 2 of Swords is like, wherever there's water in the card, go there to really find your answer. And I love this because usually, of course, it's a person with her eyes closed, so she can go inside. But this card is just full on fish, like full on in the water. So I really love that here for you. So surrounding you this month are opportunities, people, places where those swords, that idea is going to come through. There's something here that's going to be bumping into you externally, whether that's situations, people, places, things, ideas, books, people you run into that are going to say, hey, like, here's another option through. Hey, here's another job you can apply for. Hey, here's another way you can talk to your partner, or here's another, like a pass to a hot tub to really like feel into your body and just feel better. You're going to have a lot of support this month from people around you or situations around you to just get unstuck again, which is like really your focus here, and feeling like really balanced. So love this journey for you, Sagittarius. Biggest hopes and fears for you. 8 of Pentacles. Oh, this is really fascinating. So, wow. Okay. Yeah, okay, this makes sense. Sorry, it's all coming through. So 8 of Pentacles here is saying like you are so hoping and terrified of continuing on this journey, which makes a lot of sense when you are going through an initiation, right? You're feeling like, fuck, dude, I don't want to continue on in this desolate, rocky, void of any joy kind of landscape. Maybe there's this like beautiful oasis in the middle, but maybe not. Do I turn back? I don't know. Like, Ace of Pentacles in reverse in this situation is saying like, you are desperately afraid to continue to work on what you have built, Sagittarius. There's clearly something that you've been working on building, whether it's like a home. Look at this little bird and her sweet, sweet nest. It's also could be a community. Look at, there's like multiple nests here. This could be a family, this could be a job, whatever the situation is, or just generically, it's like in life, you're like, do I continue to actually build, like physically build, invest in, stick with what I've created here? Or do I really need to sort of like stop building? Do I need to stop physically showing up or making the beds or, you know, going to this program that I just spent, you know, $5,000 for grad school? Do I need to actually really change course here? And there's a fear that this is both your fear and your wish, your biggest wish to continue and your biggest fear to continue, your biggest wish to like stop making the effort, and also your biggest fear to stop making the effort. So let's just see if we can get actually a clarifier for that. I don't often clarify that particular position. Usually it's just sort of confirming, but there's just like a lot sitting with that one that I'd love to support you with. Yes, the Lovers in reverse here just says like, you're afraid to make a decision, and that's okay. The Lovers, of course, can indicate relationship, but it's also about really choosing love or fear. So you just don't know what the choice is here. And I feel like that's okay. Give up making it. You're coming out of a confusing time here, and this month you're going to be met with a lot of support that helps you find your way through that stalemate in your mind. So I would say, again, just like find the eye of the storm, find the calm in your body, find the peace in your nervous system, and you're going to find your way through just beautifully. Look at what's at the end here, Sagittarius. You're going straight for that beautiful, beautiful shore. There's like a whole magical world in here that you are headed straight for, despite the rough times. And before you get there, you gotta face the dragon. You're gonna walk right past it. It's not even looking at you, right? It's a big old snake that looks scary, but it's not even looking at you. It just looks scary. Just, you know, you gotta keep going to the good stuff, and you're gonna find your way. Outcome here for the month. Well, there you go. Enough said. I don't even have to say anything, right? Like, look at the contrast of this card to the rest of your other cards. You end the month, and I'm just noticing how much my like yellow nails just set this off as well. They're so excited. I love these yellow nails. They just bring me so much joy. And in this moment, I'm noticing them and how much joy they just help this card exude. This little fox here, curious, excited. Foxes are also very feminine in nature. They approach prey from a very like wily way. They are engaging. They're funny. They have a lot of life, energy, vitality. So this is the Page of Wands. There's some kind of like very nascent, young, excited, vital energy here. You're going to feel renewed towards the end of October is what I'm saying. This could even be like, if we're translating very practically here. This could even be like the birth of a child. This could be about kids coming into your life. This could be about focusing on kids. This could be writing a kid's book. This could be just getting in that space of like ultimate play. And by the end of it, feeling so much lighter, right? Kids don't have this. Kids don't have to deal with initiations. Well, they do actually all the time, but like in a totally different way. In our very like inner child moments, we just don't have the heaviness that comes with being an adult sometimes. And I'm so happy, Sagittarius, to report that by the end of the month, the culmination of all of this is bringing you back to this space, whether that is a physical representation in your environment, like a child, or like it could be like a new passion project, or maybe just like a funny friend, or going on a little mini vacation or a big vacation with a friend that brings you this kind of joy. I've recently been going through a few tough moments, just some heavy decision-making pieces, and I'm in constant conversation with a friend of mine who has been laughing all of the time recently. And I'm just like realizing how much it brings me back to joy. And that's what I feel like this is giving you. You are either going to be with the best friend, like in that energy, right? Where someone or yourself just comes back to this lightness of being. And maybe it doesn't take away everything that you're going through, Sag, but it certainly is inspiring you to be just your best, brilliant self. And the page here has it's young. It's so excited to like build into all of the next iterations of what it means to like grow from there. Look at how bright it is compared to all of these. So you're going nowhere but up, Sagittarius. I just love you so much. I do have a few Sagittarius friends. I feel like that prompted me to say that. I don't always say that I just love you so much in all of these, but I really do. I'm just feeling like I needed to say how much love there is and encouragement there is on the table and in this reading for you, Sagittarius, and how if you are going through a particularly dark night of the soul, remember to rest. That's right here in the very middle of your reading. Your ultimate happiness comes through really resting and taking a break and letting it all just be totally fine and carried by the universe, which is coming full circle for you. So I hope this reading was helpful. Have a wonderful October, and I'll catch you on the next one.